I'm Shauna, and this is Brian. Welcome to our channel, Life Uninterrupted.
In 2018, we sold our home, auctioned off most of our belongings, and bought a motorhome, which we affectionately refer to as Frida.
We travel full-time with our two French bulldogs, Lucy and Ricky.
Join us on our adventures by subscribing and hitting the bell icon so that you're notified when our videos release each week.
So 10 weeks have gone by here on South Padre Island, and now it comes to a close. It's bittersweet for sure. We have had so much fun, met so many awesome people, and did so many awesome things.
So let's get on the road. We've got 5 hours ahead of us.
Okay, let's go. So we made it to our first Harvest Host location. This is the Texas Air Museum, very close to San Antonio. They have 2 spots that you can back into. We did have to unhook our Jeep, which is no big deal, and we're actually sitting right here next to the flight line. So Brian, tomorrow morning will probably take the opportunity to go through the museum. It's $5, that's it, for museum access.
$4 for military.
Oh! Look at that.
Retired. I'm not sure about, it doesn't say veteran, it just says military, but I'm sure that usually means veterans. So
usually does, yeah. Yeah.
Should be a quiet night, like Shauna said. 2 spots. There's supposed to be someone else coming in this evening. Who knows if that's going to happen?
Right.
But it's kind of along a road that goes sort of the perimeter of the airfield, so it shouldn't be terribly busy. In fact, it's not busy as according to the docent here at the museum.
Oh, okay, cool. I think you're gonna love this museum. This is the museum for you, for sure. I probably won't go through it, but you'll find it interesting.
Yeah.
And we'll make a donation.
It's tomorrow morning. We don't have enough time. It closes at 4, and we were here. It's after 3:30, so.
Yeah, and I would say this location can probably accommodate a large size rig. Again, the only problem is we had to unhook our Jeep in order to get back here. So. I'm not sure how a long 5th wheel might do.
A little playmate. This is the museum dog / mascot. So, some good exercise for Lucy, playing with the pup. Unfortunately, what this pup doesn't know is that Lucy can do this all day and all night. So it's tough for her to get tired of things. She's getting a little tired, but. It's always fun to come to these small airports as a pilot. You know, they're always rife with history and lots of cool stuff around. Earlier I spoke with the director here, Tosh, a great guy, certainly welcomed us and is really excited to have Harvest Host members stay here. But John actually served 40 years in the Air Force, retired as a Chief Master Sergeant, or Chiefs as we call them in the Air Force. And another interesting thing about John, he's into his, I think about 90 now. He went into the U.S. Army Air Force at age 14, and they have a really cool exhibit there about all of the veterans of underage service, and it's amazing how many people, how many kids at the time, were 14 years old, 15, 16 years old, certainly underage, but they wanted to serve their country. And back in the day, the sort of age checks and things that we have today just weren't in place. So I guess as long as you looked the part, then they allowed you in the military. But yeah, at age 14, wanted to serve his country and did so for 40 years. Retired as the Chief Master Sergeant. You can't get much better than that. And he continues his service to the community by operating museums like this, and that are all donation. It's a 503B, I believe he said it was. So if you get a chance and you're in the San Antonio area, certainly stop by the Texas Air Museum.
After a great stay at the Texas Air Museum Harvest Host, we're packing it up and heading to our next stop, a truck stop.
All right, check this out. So we're at Pecos West rest area on I-10, just outside of Fort Stockton. We've stayed here before. In fact, we stayed on this side and on the other side going east before. And very, very nice rest area. The problem is, in the past, at least according to the volunteers in the rest area, there was a RV parked in the RV space with it slide out. A truck came in during the night, hit the slide, knocked the slide completely off the Class A. So we take a few precautions when we stay here from now on. As you can see, I put down these orange triangles. That certainly will kind of help people hopefully stay away from the side of the rig. And we're kind of in the back area here, away from the main area where all the trucks normally park, all along here. So we're way on this side. Kind of keeps us isolated and protected too. And something else I'm going to do tonight, just to be extra cautious, is I've got a set of battery operated LED road flares. Got the generator on for the time being, so pardon me. So here are these, right? So I'm going to place one of these on the bottom of the slide like that. So that will give people a little bit of extra notice that we're here, because you never know.
Good morning. We got up this morning because the rig was kind of rocking back and forth. We knew some winds were going to come in here, but we didn't know how strong. And right now they're about 27 miles per hour, and they're only creeping up within the next couple of hours. So we made the decision to get on the road ASAP, which is the earliest that we have ever gotten on the road. I think it's about, I think we got up at 6, and it's about 6:30 now. So we've thrown things together and very quickly are getting prepped here so we can get on the road and hopefully get to the other side of it. And yeah, it's going to be a very early morning. Oh my God, it's freaking cold out here. We have definitely gone from summer to winter. I think it's about 43.
So today was a shorter travel day, about 4 hours. We made it to Las Cruces. We're staying at a Harvest Host location here in Las Cruces, DH Lescombes Winery and Bistro. So you can see, I'll pan around here behind me, this whole area is the area for parking at this Harvest Host. This is where all the RVs park. I'm sure they have like overflow parking and things here too for regular vehicles, but
For events too, yeah.
for events, yeah.
And then there's a beautiful view of the mountain. I don't know what range that is, but it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'll swing around here.
Pretty.
It's a very nice location. You can see behind us the mountain range there. It's gonna get chilly tonight here in Las Cruces, down to I think mid to low 20s. So there's that. But we have the heater and each other, so we should stay warm.
Yeah, and the dogs.
Dogs had to sleep with us last night because it was ridiculously cold for them. It got down to like 61, so they were
Unbelievable.
freezing. I can't imagine what the night is going to be like, so they're just going to hop in bed with us. Although I'm not a fan of allowing them in bed sleeping at night, so Shauna doesn't mind, but...
Oh no, I mind. I would just rather get some sleep than listen to Ricky squeal all night long because she's cold. Yeah.
She does do that.
She does.
We're gonna go have lunch and see what they have in terms of wines, maybe do a wine tasting or a wine flight, we'll see. So there's a little small vineyard. I'm not sure if that's enough to produce a ton of wine. Both got a wine flight. I got the signature wine flight, and Shauna got the heritage wine flight. So there's 2 whites and a red. So this is a Brut, a Cabernet Sauvignon, and a
something. Oh, it's right there, right in front of you.
Yes.
It's a cab.
Something. And I got something similar: a Merlot, a Cabernet blend, and a Chardonnay.
Ooh. Let's not forget the bread that they also provide us with. It's called, that's up my nose. It's called cheesy bread. I'm sure it's going to go absolutely deliciously with this wine. Absolutely deliciously.
Some kind of cheesy bread. There you see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. Okay, so start with the. Do I need to start with the Brut
Start
first?
with you can start with the Brut.
Is that why they put it on the top rung?
Yes. Work your way down.
Delicious.
Fruity.
Yes.
Yes. Mine is
that
not.
Brut? It's not Brut, is it?
No. It is not quite as dry as I was thinking it was going to be, but very good.
Mine is delicious.
Very good. So let's get the exact, what these are exactly, so we're not misleading anybody. All right, so I got the signature, which is the Pinot Grigio, signature Merlot, and a signature Cab Sangio. And Shauna got the Legacy, which was, no, you got the Heritage, which was the Brut, which you just tried, Chardonnay, and a Cabernet Sauvignon.
How about that?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to trade me your white for my red?
No, I like my wine.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I
Tradesies, no takesy backsies.
All right. Cool. So here's what we were just talking about when it comes to Harvest Hosts. Kind of look at it this way too. Come in, enjoy a meal or a glass of wine, and get a free RV site spot.
Get a free spot to stay for the night.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to walk far after you have your wine flights.
So we'll probably have lunch and then explore the wines, maybe purchase a bottle or 2, who knows.
Yeah. Oh, tell them what we got for lunch.
Oh, Shauna got pot roast and I got meatloaf.
Comfort food.
Can you get any more ordinary than that?
Comforty than that? I think it's great. It's about 40-ish degrees out here, and it's so nice.
Pretty chilly.
It's all outside seating, but they have all these really nice heaters.
Yeah, so there's
Got our very own heater.
heaters there, and so everyone has their own heater at their table. So very nice. Unless you want to sit in the sun and have no heat. But there's a chilly wind today, and it's supposed to get windier, so I can imagine being out here without some sort of heat source. Little nipply.
No,
As it were.
You're able to say that.
I think I'll be able to say
I
that.
don't think you're able to say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the drive here from
Oh, you're recording? I didn't know that.
So the drive here from the Pecos West rest stop was 250 miles, something like that. Took us a little over 4 hours with stops, water the dogs and everything else. So we got some fuel.
Mm-hmm.
It was windy, pretty windy in quite a few areas until we got probably, to El Paso. It started to kind of calm down. So
all in all, it wasn't bad, but that's because you thought this morning that we should leave early, like before the crack of dawn, to beat the wind, because it was really going to come in strong. 40 mile to 50 mile per hour gusts, and we didn't need to be dealing with that. So
Yeah, so I got up about 6, checked the weather. And those winds were supposed to roll in about 9, which is when we normally take off to hit the road. So we took off about 7 this morning. Got to see the sunrise in our mirrors, which was cool.
Yeah. One more thing. We had a drive-by meet and greet. What's a drive-by meet and greet, you say? Or you ask? So that's when someone's driving down the road and they're waving out the window and they say, "We want you, want you, want you."
We get that occasionally.
That was very cool.
It was well, they had Florida plates. I don't know if that's where they were from, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's always neat to connect with people like that on the road. Different, of course. As long as it's safe, we recommend hanging out of your vehicle and screaming and yelling and waving us down. No, we're kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do like to meet people, and that's another way of doing it, I suppose. So speaking of meeting people, we met a lot of great people on South Padre. Gosh, Paul and Patty, super great people. Scott and Debbie, sort of kindred spirits, like-minded. All of these people are like-minded.
Oh my gosh.
We met Greg and Julie, Frank and Lynn. Who else did we meet?
Trish and Lance. Chris and Monica.
Yes, Chris and Monica. They were stayed just a couple spots down from us.
Nina and Lolly.
So, lots of good people. And speaking of good people,
And Lisa and Craig.
yes,
Lisa and Craig we met.
Yeah, they came all the way down from their RV. Well, it's not an RV campground. It's they purchased a lot there, and they have their fifth wheel on it. But they came all the way down from CQ, Washington, and they're staying there in Texas for some time. And they came all the way from their spot there. I think it's Lano RV Resort. I could be wrong. But
right.
yeah, they drove all the way down to South Padre, spent the day with us, which was awesome.
It was really nice, yeah. We met just some awesome people.
Don and I were talking, all of our years that we lived in sticks and bricks, and all the places we've lived all over the U.S. and in Europe, and we have probably met more people and become friendly with more people, and since we've been full-time RVers than we did in our entire 30 plus years. Living in traditional sticks and bricks. I don't know what you say about that, but maybe we were just too busy. Going about our lives and just nose to the grindstone, as they say, and didn't make a lot of time for those kinds of relationships. But that's the nice thing about living this lifestyle, is we do have time to make those kinds of relationships now, and we make a point of doing that. And it's what makes our community that we have, our YouTube community, Instagram, all those social media things that we have, makes it really nice, because
Makes it special.
Yeah, we connect with people in a different way,
Yeah, absolutely.
which is cool. So with that said, we're going to finish up our wine before
Let's drink to that.
before it gets cold. So,
Drink to that, by the way.
Salute to all of
Awesome
our
people that
newfound
we've
friends.
met. Yep.
Absolutely. We're also fortunate to meet Don. He has a YouTube channel called Cowboy Biker, so check him out. He does a lot of cool stuff. We were in our camp spot. He was tooling around doing a review, shooting some video in the park, and stopped by and said hi. So
Weren't you cleaning the Blackstone?
I was cleaning and seasoning our new to us Blackstone griddle, which came out well. We've cooked on that quite a bit. So good purchase for $30. It was I think it was on a return shelf at the local Walmart there in Port Isabel. So they wanted like $50 for the thing. I looked at it and I'm like, no, I'm not paying $50 for this. I got a hold of the manager and I said, I'll give you $30. He goes, deal.
Well, it needed some work.
Yeah, it just needed to have it just had some surface corrosion from sitting out and not being oiled. So I cleaned all that up and had one little scratch on the front of it. No big deal. Works perfectly.
So this is a Pinot Noir. It's good,
one,
but I think I prefer the. What the heck did I get? No. This is a Char.
Yeah, Chardonnay.
I prefer the Brut.
I started with the Pinot Grigio, and this is their signature Merlot.
Not the Merlot.
Normally, I'm not a fan of blends. It's a blend. I'm kidding. They're very good. Very smooth.
It's good.
Yeah.
Does it go down nicely?
Yeah. Very nice.
Mine's a Char. Cheers. South Padre Island.
Man, did we hate to leave. Wow.
Oh, we're definitely going to be back. Absolutely.
We're already pre-planning our trip back this way just to stop there.
Probably either coming this way as we head to the East Coast or coming back this way around the exact same time next year, like for Thanksgiving. That would be awesome. Paul and Patty, you've already confirmed that you will be here, or be there, I should say. Now it's there for Thanksgiving, so.
So we'll most likely do that, and kind of have to see how things go as far as COVID goes. Thoughts?
Oh my God, food delicious, wine delicious, ambiance delicious.
So you can see behind us, that's the winery. It's only outside seating at the moment for obvious reasons, and yes, we're without our masks, but we are probably 75 feet from the closest person. But anyway, yeah, if you get a chance to come here to Las Cruces, definitely stop by this Harvest Host. Really, really nice location. Great people. Food is awesome. Mm-hmm. That meatloaf I'm going to have to try to recreate. Was very good. Had a barbecue sauce, grilled.
It was grilled.
Very good.
That's what was so cool.
A little spicy kick to it, so very good.
I asked Brian if he could do it on the Blackstone, and he assured me he could.
I probably can.
So positive.
So anyway, yeah, great place to stay. So here's how we look at this. A lot of people say, well, you know, Harvest Host stays aren't exactly free. Well, you're right about that, but we look at it this way. We had a nice meal, some nice wine, and we got a free place to stay for the night.
Absolutely. There you go.
That's the way we look at it. You just got to reframe these things sometimes. Stay with the positive.
Yes. Turn that frown upside down.
There you go.
Make lemonade out of those lemons.
So it is getting chillier, and we're going to head inside the rig and warm up. Quite chilly.
I thought we were supposed to be chasing the 70s. What happened?
We're chasing the mid-20s right now.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
Anyway, we're heading back. See ya.
Bye. Good morning. We finally made it to Arizona. We are in Benson and had another pretty cold night last night. It got down to the 20s, which is so unexpected for Arizona, but maybe we're just kind of out of touch after being in South Padre Island for almost 3 months. Our plan had been to stay at a Harvest Host winery in Willcox, Arizona. But because the previous night was so cold when it got down to the 20s and we had to bring the dogs in bed with us, we thought, what the heck? Thousand Trails is having some kind of a deal or a sale right now where you can get one night of the retail price for about $20. And we've been to this Thousand Trails location in Benson, Arizona, which was just a little farther down the road from Willcox. And we said, why not? Let's have some electricity and some heat, and the dogs can sleep in their bed. We'll get a good night's sleep. So here we are. This is a great park. If you haven't been to, I believe it's Valley Vista in Benson, Arizona. It's a great location for Kartchner Caverns. The mountains that are behind us, you get these great views, beautiful sunsets. It's a really nice park. Check it out if you haven't. So today we are headed into our final destination, which is Mesa, Arizona. We're staying at the Mesa Spirit Thousand Trails RV Park. It's actually Encore, and we'll be there through Christmas before heading to Quartzsite. So kind of excited about that. We'll be able to see our family and get our hands around that little grandson of ours. He's now 4 months old. So it's pretty exciting.
Something we weren't looking forward to was all the traffic and city congestion.